appeared on today's thing. I hope Inario Kami will forgive me. A villager is looking for a chef who can help prepare tributes. Interested parties, please visit to discuss. Beware of the blonde girl. The notorious... Oh my god. Marisa's finally getting committed for treason and thefts. The notorious Marisa Kurosame has committed another series of thefts. She showed no remorse, saying, "How can such affairs of scholars be considered stealing?" It's finally happening. She finally got caught. Great. Due to special events, tonight's Izakaya can be open only at the human village. Alright, so where's this one thing? To the villager, so that's probably over in the human village. Let's make sure we grab a couple dew though while we can, just because we are kind of running low, and there are people in the human village who like dew on their food. And then we'll go talk to that villager. Okay, so where is this villager? Wait, is that her up there? Oh yep, that's her. Wait, Kaine has a mission too. Alright. Yokai! They're the yokai! Don't be afraid. I came here because you posted a request in the newspaper. You wanna help me with my request? Yes, while I am a yokai, I'm also a professional cook. Please give me a chance. Okay. My parents are super busy, so I want to help them in whatever way possible. So what do you need help with? In a couple of days, my family will prepare tributes for the Inari gods. I was thinking that maybe my family wasn't going to get cursed by them. I want to help them with their tributes, so that doesn't happen again. Got it. Speaking of Inari gods, they're fox spirits, right? When it comes to foxes, they're quite deceiving. Of course, oh my. More tofu. Got it. Don't worry about it, I'll complete your request in no time. More fried tofu. Kaine-sensei also knows how to make fried tofu. If I happen to forget, it's not a bad idea to ask her. That's not a part of the mission objective, is it? Shouldn't be. Turns out that might be free lunch. Oh wait, that's not the right one. Bounty. Give deep fried tofu 5? Alright, Kaine, and what's your request? Hello, Kaine-sensei. Hello. What's wrong, Kaine-sensei? You look like you have something on your mind. Really? You read me like a book. Miss Kieta told me what some of my students think of me. To them, my classes are complicated, tedious, and boring. I'm sorry. You must feel horrible. Well, I did feel bad for a little bit. It's not right for me to linger on the past. Instead of regretting what cannot be undone, it's more important to reflect and change the future for the better. As expected of Kaine-sensei, what can I do to help? If you'd like the help, then I have a favor to ask. Please go ahead. Do you remember the last time we tried to demonstrate history through cuisines? Are we finally gonna get a cultural dish? Of course I remember. I am aware Hakataku, who can swallow and create history, while you are a talented chef. Do you mean... I can provide you with a new recipe, and your job is to follow it and create a delicious dish. Maybe when my students taste this delicious history, they'll finally understand that it can be fun too. I see. It sounds like a plan. Kaine-sensei, you are really smart. Now that we are on the same page, let me think of something to give you. Seems like you're having a hard time coming up with something. I'm suffering from success here. I know way too much, and that gives me limitless options, which makes it even harder to make up my mind. Sounds about right. Then I'll help you filter some of your options. Do you have any new insights? I just saw an ingredient. Not sure if it will work. Sasados, eh? Is that really historic? I mean, bugs have been around for a long time, but... You would think a ginkgo. What should be the first option again? But let's pick all the wrong ones. Ginkgo? Not bad, something like that did come to my mind. That's great, I was half guessing as well. More like quarter guessing. I saw there's a big ginkgo leaf and tree in front of your school. I just have a feeling that it'll match. Oh, I guess we did pick the right option, never mind. Your intuition is absolutely correct. Ginkgo trees do have a long history with schools. Eh? A long time ago, 2 ginkgo trees grew in the yard of a famous saint who had thousands of students. The cook there started to experiment with ginkgos, trying to create a dish for the students that would control them one day. I believe the scholar's ginkgo is the best cuisine to make them smart. Just the name alone makes me feel educated. I could not have remembered this cuisine without your reminder. Then please accept this recipe. I'll leave the cooking part to you. You are welcome. Thank you, Kaine-sensei. Oh, well now we got Scholar's Ginkgo, which I'm guessing is the thing... I think that's the one that we serve Kaine every time to get an infinite heart rating. However, we're not finished. We gotta go make some deep fried tofu real quick and serve it to the villager. And then we can open up the Izakaya. Alright, here you are. By the way, asking Yoka to prepare tributes for gods. Hopefully they won't be condemned by them. And we got 9 quaint coin, which we can use in the shop later. I don't think it's quaint coins so that we can spend in Rinnosuke's shop. We need to get like the silver frog coins. That's not till a bit later. Alright, well, time to open up the Izakaya. Open. Yeah, well, looks like the special event is gonna occur after tonight. So luckily we gotta make sure we always have every cookware for each individual guest. One thing I would always advise is do not ever not have every cookware set out. Because if you run into the one special guest in which does not have the food that you need, there will be a lot of problems and you will most likely get a negative spell card out of them. Funny enough, there are achievements for getting every card with negative spell cards as well. So failing is not always a bad thing. Of course, we don't aim to fail. We're here to simply play the game, have fun, and relax. Because that's kind of what this game is. It's not a really pricey game either. Like, the game has like over 40-50 hours worth of stuff in it for what it is. Pretty impressive. Oh, yep, there's Kason. Time to make the beef bowl. And what else does she like? Good with alcohol, home cooking. I don't know if that... I don't think you can mix that with... no, you can't. Unfortunate. Well, we're not going to be able to do much for her then. Unfortunately. Yeah, because nothing vegetarian's going to work. So we're kind of limited in that regard. Can't do much for Kason. Tofu. People are finally starting to order more different kinds of food. And what does she want? Mid-alcohol. Easy enough. That's high alcohol, unfortunately. How about Full Moon's Eve? Make her pay as much as possible. Then we can just focus on the normal customers. Wait. Fish. Whoops. 0.2 seconds too late. Unfortunately... Oh wait, no, never mind. I thought you lose your combo score if you miss one. Actually, I think there's one other way to make dark matter, and it's you have to fail every single, like, note on the singing thing. Kason wants more. Isn't she, like, similar to Keine, actually, now that I think about it? Almost identical, except not necessarily vegetarian. And she doesn't like cheap stuff either. But why don't we make both of them, that way, how do you actually make it? It would be the scholars, ginkgo nut and honey. Which is pretty much everything. With the only difference being what? Mild for her. Mild, vegetarian, good with alcohol. Okay. Which I think we can add mild to it. Yeah, and that one can be for Keisun. There's actually a chance we'll have to go to the Force of Magic to get a couple extra ingredients here. There are more shops in the game, in like the DLC areas, so if we need extra stuff we can always just go there. Oh wait, I don't think she's the one with good with alcohol. Oh wait, that was supposed... Oh, I got it mixed up. Alright, well the first one's for her then. The second one will be for Keisun. She's the one with good with alcohol. You, however, like mild. And serve everyone else what they need. She wants neat and shochu. Which is none of those. Actually, wait a second. We have an Akatsuki we can give. And a shochu, which is Fire Rat's robe. Alright. So this one will be for you, and you want neat. And then Kaine wants shochu, Fire Rat. Wait, what? Uh-oh. Now wait a second, I'm a little confused. So Keisun was happy with it, and then she decided to hate it. Oh dear. Well, this can't be good. No idea what that did. Unless there was something about it that I did not read correctly that she doesn't like about it. In fact, let's check. So it's vegetarian, sweet. Nothing in particular she disliked, so yeah, I'm not sure. Unless she decided to just not like high alcohol, maybe, but it doesn't say she dislikes it, so not sure what that was. Yeah, let's not waste our time thinking on it right now, because we still gotta focus on making more food for everyone else. We're just not gonna make Scholar's Ginkgo for Keisun again. It's really hard to satisfy Keisun, too, until you get her higher tier relationship level up, her bond. She gives you something that she really likes. Usually it's easier once you progress her bond chains. Fish crisp. All that matters in the end, too, is we did get their quest fulfilled, so now we can advance it. Okay, you want this, you want tofu, you want fish crisp. And then you want more tofu. Tofu. You want tofu too? Of course you do. It's all anyone orders. That person's probably going to order tofu. Yup. The most common thing that people order is tofu. Oh, yep, there's Renosuke. It's time to put our plan into action. The plan we've been waiting on. What's a food that nothing mixes with any of this stuff? Alright, that's why we checked the recipe book. make sure we don't use something that we have limited supply of. So let's just... So, seaweed and greasy, which we can't do. You can't mix a grilled lamprey with vegetarian and meat. So let's put the meat in there. You can't mix it with that. But we're gonna see what happens and give it to Rinosuke. I'm sure he'll love it. And let's see if it's true that we learned our lesson. Haha. We have way too much tofu. And then someone decides to not order the tofu for once. Jeez. Sure, the good way to get rid of all the tofu. One of the most basic things to make, too. You can't move on with a half-empty stomach. Well, maybe dark matter will fix that. And then some beer, as usual. He doesn't hate it. Somehow. Okay, Rinosuke wants more. That's usually not a good sign, because he's one of those characters that sticks around a lot longer than he should. Filling, home cooking. Okay. Do we have an expensive thing we can make? Where would the... I think it's this one. Pork, egg, seaweed. I don't think we can mix that. We're not going to be able to mix it with vegetarian, though. Or is filling already a part of it? Oh, yeah. Good enough. And then you want the fish crisps. I'm not gonna have enough beer for him at this point. Kinda want hyper mode to wear off. Thing with Rinosuke is he pretty much eats anything and he doesn't hate anything either. Coming to think of it, that kind of fits his character, since he's into all sorts of crazy stuff. Alright, well, at least this way, it costs about 60 yen a piece. We can get ourselves a little extra. Do we not have any other kind of beer, actually? I don't think we do. We can make a little extra off of him. Don't force yourself to understand what you can, or you won't last long in Gensokyos. Well, that worked. And then there's an event. Detective Monsieur Loreley. Feather-haired human. Ma'am! Ma'am! Dear guest, we're already closed. Feels like I'm repeating that line a little too much these days. I've heard about it, and I'm here to seek your detective service. Is this what they mean by side hustle? Lives are at risk. Please, ma'am, you have to help me. My family sells eggs for a living, and we've raised a flock of chickens in order to get a constant supply. The day before yesterday, I fed them and counted their numbers like I usually do. Then I went to bed. Guess what? There wasn't even a single chicken left when I woke up. That's right, not a single one left. Chicken feathers were scattered everywhere inside the coop, but the fences showed no sign of damage. There weren't even any footprints nearby, as if about a dozen chickens just vanished into thin air. It's preposterous. Do you live by the yard with the chickens? Sometimes I also take eggs from there. I should help him to the best of my abilities. Okay, I think I understand what's going on. I'll investigate this tomorrow. Great, more detective work. And Surprise, surprise, we're gonna find another one of Marissa's hair.